Hello, bedwetter. I'm gonna be honest, when I first heard the term performative male, I thought it was gonna be related to the circus somehow and that maybe these guys were clowns showing off their craft, but now that I know what it is, maybe I wasn't too way off. Disclaimer, only talking about actual performative males and not the poor saps that get lumped in just because they're reading outside or something. God forbid a guy picked up a book, burn him and call him nasty names. Are we in like a literary crisis or something? Literacy crisis? Wow, I'm in the literacy crisis. Okay. Yes, we should totally harass a few people that are still reading out here, like, come on. Same for the Pick-Mes, only talking about actual ones. Now let's define what these are so we're all on the same page. And also because I'm also confused, because it has strayed so far from the original meanings. A pick-me girl, also known as pick-me, is a term used on the internet to describe a woman who seeks male approval by regularly belittling other women in order to increase their perceived value in the dating or social scene. They wish to be different and or better than other women. And then the performative male or performative man, also sometimes called the macho male, these displays are allegedly done as a means of superficially appealing to progressive women with the intent to romantically pursue them. Huh, okay. That's what Wiki says, but the internet seems to have a very different definition. From what I've personally seen, performative males are any man who dare to like anything remotely feminine, because who could ever genuinely be interested in or like anything made for women? And that they must be doing this to get into someone's pants. And pick-mes are any women who dare to like anything remotely masculine, because who could ever genuinely be interested in or like something made for men? Yeah, same thing. We've progressed so far that we're regressing. Huh. Also, the term macho male is so funny to me because isn't matcha the thing that makes you poo-poo? Getting upset over a guy who just wants to take a shit, damn. I'm gonna be blocking out names because don't need to give these grifters even more attention. Anyway, let's look at our first person, the performative male. We'll just call him Boob because bro's probably never seen one. This guy is definitely a performative male. He's usually on TikTok, but he's on YouTube too, so I'll just be looking there. Won't be looking at his long videos though, because I do not want to be exposed to this guy for any longer than necessary. I say this guy is performative because he used to make content ragging on women, and now he's making content ragging on men. I'll just show you. Let's compare his oldest YouTube shorts to his newest ones.
Is it ever acceptable to text a man first? You're gonna text that man first? And let me say, so during the courtship phase, y'all aren't already together. You're not seeing him, nothing. You're just going to text him first when he's supposed to be trying to take you out and impressing you. You know what? You should text him first. And then you know what? When you make the plans, you can drive on over to his house and pick him up. But don't forget to stop by, the flower shop. Get him some flowers, the ones that he likes, okay, that you see on his stories or whatever. Then you can get him some chocolates on the way too. You can take him out on a little date, something he might like. He can look nice for you. And then maybe, if things go well, you can carry him across the threshold. Does that sound nice? That sound like something you would like? I think that sounds like something he might like. If he hasn't texted you by now, that's what he's expecting.
Saying men should chase first, and that women shouldn't have to put in any effort? Maybe I'm just dumb, but shouldn't it be an equal amount of effort? Isn't that what you should strive for in a friendship or any relationship? Come on, guys. My Little Pony teaches you this shit. Catch up.
And it's taken 3 years to get a higher paying job. Tell him his time is up. Get yourself another boyfriend. You need it. In this economy, a lot has happened in 3 years. Have you seen the prices of gas lately? Have you seen the price of eggs and milk lately? If your boyfriend isn't at least keeping up with inflation, you need a subsidy. And tell him that. I need another boyfriend. How am I going to keep these lights on? I want to make sure that my ends meet. Is that too much to ask? If you can't keep up with inflation, I guess I'm going to have to shore up the difference. I'm going to get another man.
Almost everyone's struggling financially right now, but he's trying to make it a dating problem somehow. Really just saying, damn, just work harder, while he's a grifter who just sits around and complains all day. I basically do the same thing, but at least I'm not a grifter. The bar to being a content creator is so low.
What it's like being a bachelor in real life, part 1. And now before we begin, we gotta lay some terms down. To be a true bachelor, you gotta build what I call a stable. A stable is a rotation of women that you have available to you that you can hit up and they can go on dates with, hang out with, do stuff in the bedroom with, all of that. And you're not dating any of these women, you're still just sort of talking. And I know how this sounds, ladies, but trust me, I'm a romantic. So what this means if you're a bachelor is that every time you have sex with a new woman, that's a new mare in your stable. And you want to keep doing this. You're going to have mares coming in and out of your stable. And the reason why they go out is because eventually you get to that conversation where it's like, so where's this going? And the reason why you have multiple mares in your stable is so that you can determine which one's a thoroughbred. But when the mares come to you eventually, they go, well, where's this going? This obviously you're not serious about me. This isn't going anywhere. They're going to move on to greener pastures and exit your stable. And that's just the natural way of things. 3 to 6 months and they're out. They're moving on to some other guy that will lock them down. But there is a dark side. There's actually a huge sexual obligation. I mean, it seems like, oh, that sounds great, right? Wrong. Because if you're seeing 3 or 4 women simultaneously and you're busy, you have a job, you have a business or something, because when you do finally see them, you have to hook up with them because they're going to think there's something wrong with them or something wrong with you, or worse, they're going to go on and find some other guy.
I never understand the bragging about having bedded multiple women or men. Like, what's the reward? An STD? And I'm not trying to be mean, but the statistics scare me. People who do it with multiple people and don't get tested or, like, take any safety precautions are literally gambling. 20% is a lot, right? Am I the crazy one? Also unrelated, but whenever I hear the term body count, I can't help thinking, huh? Kill count? That's how you know I'm a certified gamer. My score is 0 there, too.
Hey, come look at this. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Whoa, he's got that lady from Powerpuff Girls. That's crazy. No, but really though, how come these types of influencers always use women like a prop? She's just there to boobaciously boob around while they stand around like the most awkward person ever. Could afford to hire someone, but couldn't afford to have them talk to you, huh? Wow, a real 180 though. Boob scrubbed most of his old content from the internet, so it was kind of hard to find these clips. The old TikToks are like women bad, and now his new TikToks are like men bad. Also, while yes, I believe people can change, I find it interesting how they always try to monetize said change. Like, they can't go find themselves in peace. They have to let everyone know they've changed and then sell you something. People are just walking dollar signs to them, huh? Very profitable to shit on half the population, I guess. By the way, wouldn't it be easier to just become an actual good person at this point? Alright, my book just arrived. Time to go scoop out a place so everyone can see me reading it. Someone better notice me soon. I can't hold it in any longer. But what if a super baddie walks by when I leave this spot for the few minutes I need to go? No! Also, there was apparently a performative male contest, and I think that's so funny, because it reminds me of that time there was a Timothy Chalamet, aka Willy Wonka, lookalike contest, and he lost. How'd he lose his own contest? Now on to the second person, the Pick-Me. I'm pretty sure other commentary YouTubers have talked about her, so you might recognize her, but I still won't mention her name. We'll just call her Weenie, because she's probably never seen one. Same as Boob. I won't look at Weenie's long-form videos, because no thanks. And also I think YouTube Shorts pays less per view, so it feels more ethical this way. I'd rather not make these people even richer. I hope they're just fake rich, but I don't know anymore.
This is what you said. You said, what's so special about me? Most women aren't special.
Well, that's
like,
down to your personal opinion.
No, I'm like, seriously, what do women bring in 2022 that is special?
Nothing.
Do most women have a cookbook? Do most women really know how to cater to a man? No. Are most women virgins on their wedding day? No. So what do most women bring in 2022 that is special?
But why is it all about what we can offer? Why is it always about what we can bring?
Okay,
What's about our values?
because when you're trying to sell a car, if you're trying to get married, right? And please, I'm not saying that women are cars. It's just an analogy. But if you're trying to sell a car, you have to study the buyer and figure out what the buyers want.
Not saying women are cars, but then proceeds to literally compare them to cars. Why does everyone have a podcast? And they always interrupt the person they're talking to so they can get a clippable moment where they, quote-unquote, owned the other person? Women can be cars. They can be planes, too.
99% of the people that I know are married tell me not to get married, so...
Yeah, that's because of 99% of women reproduce with betas, or men they view as beta. Doesn't matter if he is or he isn't, right? I know a lot of married women hate being married, because again, they didn't get the guy they wanted, so they just crash out.
Why do these people always make up statistics and never show their sources? Age of misinformation indeed. Her research for information on women is just asking herself questions in the mirror. Surprise! Future ad section. Subscribe, please, please, please. I also have a Patreon that literally does nothing except give me money. Just kidding. You can support me if you want. I really do want to shitpost for a living, though. So, please. Okay, enough e-begging. Sorry. That's my boo-boo content.
I think every woman a little bit, maybe not every single one, but definitely me, every woman a little bit wants to be able to be in her feminine.
And that's why you were able to talk yourself out of your own intuition.
Yes. I'm like, I need to.
Yeah, see, these are two women that have taken L's. Like, neither of them have hot boyfriends. They're just like old harpies that took an L and can't just accept it. Look at, I mean, I've taken my share of L's. I'm not pretending to be above it, okay? I'm not. But do you know what? I will never take an L and pretend it was like anything other than my own choices and decisions.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what any of them are talking about here, but she called them names, so Boob called women horses, and Weenie called women cars and harpies. They are truly a match made in heaven, and should just get with each other. They can be miserable together, so they leave others alone.
Question, where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship?
Yeah, in your 20s. Some women can thirst trap hard enough to their 30s, but yeah, not you, I guess.
If she wants to center her whole life around a man, she can go get married and do that. There's nothing stopping Weenie and Boob from doing what they want. Weenie can just get married and stop posting because she'll be busy doing all the housework and reproducing. And Boob can have his stable of women and stop posting because he's busy working and providing. But they don't. So it seems crystal clear they're doing this for the incel, femcel, manosphere money. Wait till they realize that they actually faked it till they made it. One can only hope. The most likely thing they'll do is move on to the next most profitable grift. South Park was right, there's just no integrity anymore. Okay, need a break from these bitter melon heads. Now onto these subreddits, because they did all the hard work for me so I can just react. Literally spoon-feeding me content. Yum yum yum. And boy will I eat. On the nice guys subreddit, since nice guys are like a variant of the performative male virus. Hey cutie, you should send me nudes. I'm not like the other guys on this app. I'm just looking for love. Hey, I don't really send people nudes, sorry. Not even for me. Haha, sorry. Fucking stupid cunts, all of them. They're always so quick to turn on their milady that it's comical. They're like that flying enemy from Kirby. Anyway, next one. I am no longer a feminist ally. I do everything for feminists, and they appreciate nothing. I'm patient, I'm kind, I'm understanding, I'm accommodating, and I do not practice toxic masculinity. Yet, when a feminist is single, I get turned down, and they go date a toxic male. So what is the fucking point of me being a feminist ally if they treat me like I don't matter? There's nothing in it for me. You're going to lose all your allies if you keep being hypocrites. I don't even know what to comment on this. Bro explained himself. He showed who he was real fast. Okay, now from the not like other girls subreddit, since these are the definition of a pick-me. Be different. Meg, that sunflower's gonna fucking die. They face the sun for a reason. Thought all sunflowers knew to look toward the sun. It's trying to be special to its own detriment. Just like all the people mentioned in this video. You females get excited over drugs and parties. I get excited over good grades and opportunities. Trust me when I say we are not the same. No one cares. The you females part is just the cherry on top. She just needs a fedora and leather jacket combo so she can match with the nice guys, since she's clearly such a nice girl. I wonder what would happen if a nice guy and nice girl bred. Would the two cancel each other out and they just have a normal, well-adjusted human being? I think the concept of calling out people who do this sort of thing was good at first, but like all things, it got convoluted and now we're just calling out people who actually aren't performing at all, and they're just into those things. But I do find it funny that although society likes to say how different men and women are, they both ended up with this type of person. Because while men can be performative males, women can be pick-mes. Just like women have star signs, men have sigmas, alphas, betas. Just like women have makeup, men have looks maxing. Women have shaving, men have manscaping. Interesting, right? Performative males and pick-mes both starting with P and M too? Like, wow. Coinky-dink? I think not. Is the dating market really this bad though, that some people are ending up like this though? Where are they finding their advice from? And why are they listening to these people and even going so far to pay for coaching or courses? I genuinely don't understand this, because it might work in the short term, but in the long term you'll have to keep the act up, which sounds exhausting. And the person you tricked would rightfully leave you because you bait and switched them? It's like advertising yourself as ice cream, but then you're just the poop emoji. Then again, I am practically an alien and don't know the first thing about human relationships. digging in their butt. Wow, that's so hot. Are we even looking at the same person? I'm over-exaggerating, but this is how it felt sometimes. I feel bad for the victims of these types of people, since they're preying on the people with a usually low self-esteem, are vulnerable in some way, and, people like that. But I do not feel any sympathy for these grifters. It's clear they don't care about their fans at all, and are just in the business of profiting off of someone's insecurities. And even then, it's to an extent. Being a victim doesn't absolve them of the hurt that they've caused too. Just because they've been hurt by someone doesn't make it okay to lash out at everyone else in return. I don't know. We're all human before we're anything like man or a woman. People really need to relearn treat others how you want to be treated. Got a little too serious there. Have some memes to balance it out. How many times will I have to read breasts described like they're caffeinated Yorkshire Terriers? Perky, hand-sized, straining to be free. Men are sharing the non-sexual types of physical touch they love, and it's an inside look at their brains. I guess they're not all horn dogs. Was that comment even necessary? Like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever. Romance display at my local Barnes & Nobles. Dude, where's my shirt? I am once again wearing the dog ears. Yay! Thank you, Biggie. I know your real name now, but that's our secret. You are once again subsidizing my goofy little videos. Yeah! I won't expose the dollar amount, because what if people come out of the woodwork and try to extort you and kidnap you? But I hope I'm not bankrupting you. Genuinely, thank you so much. I'll put your name at the end of this video since I know it's okay now, thanks to your YouTube comments. I don't know how else to thank you, other than putting you in the credits here. Sorry. Thank you again, though. Yippee, yippee, yay! Thank you.